The following segment is sponsored by HomePlate Youth Services.
We're celebrating the season of giving by shining a light on local organizations that really need our support. Here to share how HomePlate Youth Services uplifts and empowers young people experiencing housing instability through community building, education, and access to services. We welcome their Executive Director, Dorian Russell, along with their Associate Director of Development and Communications, Carly Borman. Good to have you both with us. So tell me what you do at HomePlate.
Yeah, thank you first so much for having us.
Sure.
HomePlate Youth Services is the only comprehensive provider of both street outreach and drop-in services for young people who are experiencing homelessness in Washington County. What we do is essentially living our motto of meeting youth where they're at.
Yeah.
Our caseworkers quite literally go throughout the entirety of Washington County's geography, in rural areas, in suburban areas, in urban areas. We meet youth whether they're sleeping outside,
Wow.
whether they're sleeping in their car, whether they're piled up with too many folks in a studio apartment. When we say meet youth where they are, it is both literal, and figurative as well. Each youth that we meet with, we have such a different journey.
Sure.
We serve ages 12 through 24, which is a critical transitionary age.
Yeah.
We know that the #1 predictor of whether someone is going to experience chronic adult homelessness is if they experience homelessness as a youth.
Yes.
So
yeah,
we are in the business of making a critical upstream investment for our collective futures when we can meet youth where they are at this critical life stage.
Absolutely. There are success stories from HomePlate, right, Carly?
There are, yes. We have many success stories. One thing we do always love to share is, at least in 2024, we did house 17 babies and
Oh my gosh.
families, which was absolutely
Wow.
wonderful, and it just continued to trend upward. We serve approximately 1,000 youth a year, which is very exciting, and we're really grateful to
Are you
continue
saying,
to grow.
did you just say 1,000?
1,000 youth a year,
Wow.
and this is trending to grow even more. The homeless use has doubled in the last several years,
Oh,
especially
no.
with the pandemic.
Yeah.
And as Dorian said, our staff is doing everything they can to meet youth where they're at and continuing to expand
And
in
when
our
you
reach.
when you say where they're at, Carly, it means like if you find them on the street, as Dorian mentioned, is that you're gonna say here's an option you have, right? We can find you a safe place to stay.
Absolutely, that is
Okay.
100% a part of it. From our outreach team to our drop-in team,
Sure.
providing services in-house and on the street.
And
I'll
Dorian,
add one of those 17 babies. There's a success story in particular. I think a youth that we'd love to talk about is named Awasio. And for us, we know that experiencing homelessness comes with a lot of stigma and
Sure.
judgment. And so while we have hundreds of examples over the last 20 years of youth who have grown up to have healthy, stable households thanks to HomePlate, we're always very gracious when folks are willing to share their story. And Awasio is a very brave young man who, at our 20th anniversary gala this last year, received an auditorium full of a standing ovation.
Awesome.
And I really wish that every single youth we serve could be surrounded with that level of love and support. And Awasio is somebody who had been living in his car for over 2 years by the time that he connected with HomePlate at age 22, and had been living with his partner and their toddler and their baby in their car.
Oh my gosh.
And over the course of multiple months, not only accessing hygiene, food, meals, all of these things at our drop-in centers, but our housing program got this family the keys to their apartment, enrolled Awasio in the first steps needed towards his GED, and that's the type of work that we do. It's really driven by the youth that we work with.
Yeah.
We offer a whole myriad of services really tailored to that specific youth, and we're so incredibly proud and thankful for Awasio. For folks wanting to really hear firsthand from our youth, his interview's available on our website as well as our YouTube.
Awesome. And Carly, how can we help? How can our viewers help?
I think there are two big things that they can do to help. Both in our community and financially. I'll let Dorian talk about the community piece, but we are in a period where any financial support is helpful. We're wanting to expand our team, expand our reach. As we mentioned, homeless youth are doubling, tripling, quadrupling throughout the Washington County specifically, and so any support that can be offered to these youth, showing that community is here, there is impact, and there's help. Support for them.
And there's support and help, absolutely.
Yeah.
We're going to put all the information about HomePlate and how you can help, all that you can do, on our website at katu.com/give. Thank you for both for what you're doing. This is fantastic.
Thank you so much.
All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away.